Hi, hello, konnichiwa, doi tashimaste, and other Japanese words. So anime, what is it? What is it? What is it? I don't know. It's not normal cartoons that I'm used to. It's other things that I don't understand, which is fine. That's cool. There's a lot of things I don't understand. But today I thought I would attempt to understand them because anime is everywhere. It's unavoidable. It's like the plague in the 1300s. Pretty sure that's when the plague happened. So I've never ever really watched anime at all. I've seen the one about the airbender, and that's it. That's pretty much it. There was one about a frog. Wait, there was one about a frog. He was like a military frog from Mars or something, and he had like a little group in Japan, and they were waiting for Central Command or something. But those are the those are the only two I've seen. My brother, however, is a big fan of anime. He watches a ton of it, and he has on occasion, once or twice, attempted to explain the plot of an anime to me, and I very politely listen to him and then walk away because it made absolutely no sense. So with that being said, I'm going to attempt to give you the plots of some animes simply by reading their titles. I have pulled up a list of 100 animes, the 100 best animes according to SBS.com. The votes are in, so we're just going to go through and read a couple. And I'm going to give you the plots. So if you're interested, you can watch them and you'll know what's going on going into it. Lucky Star. This is a fantastic anime about a little girl named Lucky, and she discovers that she has the power of a star, and she revolutionizes high school for all of her favorite classmates and then terrorizes the people who have bullied her for years because she just has become a star. And she gets a record deal because why not? You can do anything. Log Horizon. This is a classic one about a Japanese lumberjack who... Damn it, I can't laugh. It's a Japanese lumberjack. What's the name? Log Horizon. He's a Japanese lumberjack who lives on the edge of Japan, and it's at the dawning of whenever they invented the flag that's just the red dot. That's the red sun of Japan, and he's living in the time when that is becoming a thing, and it's about how his life is changing because now there's a government to tax his logs, and it's a wild ride, y'all. Hellsing Ultimate. This is a fantastic little number that is actually a musical anime. The whole cast of Hell sings. All demons and Satan and everyone is just singing wonderful songs about all the terrible things they would do if they weren't captured by everyone's love. And it takes place in high school because, you know, why not? Animes take place in high school. All of them do. This is a great one. I'd recommend this one out of like most other ones. Yu Yu Hakusho, Yu Yu Hakusho is a good one. This is just about your classic everyday Japanese guy who is in high school, and he struggles with talking to girls. He's like a little shy, and his name is Yu Yu, and he goes on to invent the yo-yo, and he becomes a millionaire, and then all the girls love him, and he has no more trouble talking to girls because he invented the yo-yo. It's really weird. It's more of a historical biopic type of anime, which they're really testing like the verges of what's acceptable in the anime world. These guys, the creators behind this are fantastic. They're awesome people. So just go support them, you know? This one's just called Charlotte. I'm really confused. I didn't know animes had normal names. It's literally just called Charlotte. It's about a spider, and it's her journey from Japan to a small American farm where she learned to write and read, being taught by sailors on this Japanese fishing boat that's blown astray by a horrible storm, and she ends up in Oregon and makes her way to a small farm, wherever farms are, and she befriends a pig and goes from an anime to an animated movie. Charlotte's Web. Akame ga Kill. Akame ga Kill. Akame ga Kill is great. Lots of swordplay, lots of huge swords and like angels fighting mortals and mortals conquering, you know, incredible feats. They have lots of swords and there's monsters and oh my gosh, so many swords. I don't think I've seen, like, the animators just must have a thing for swords. You know, one of those shows where you're just like, oh, okay, you guys really like that specific thing. And for Akame ga Kill, it's swords, lots of them. Ghost in the Shell. I've actually heard of this one because they made a movie out of it with, I'm pretty sure it was Scarlett Johansson. And it was about a spy or something, and it took place in a city, and the person was like a ninja in Tokyo who works for the Russian mafia to consolidate power of oil refineries in Beijing. Or somewhere like that. Pokemon. Pokemon, I know that one. That's about Nash. And he catches all the Pokemon. He gets them all. Pikachu and Charizard and Salamander. He gets the Pokemon. I know that one. Okay, so I do know some anime. Mushi Mushi. I don't know where I've heard this, but I think it's like a food. Like, is it rolled ice cream or something like that? I'm sure that's not what this anime show is about. This is probably about something squishy, like a squid. And it's a little squid that lives off the Japanese coast, and it's his life tale of avoiding the fishermen, and how he just doesn't want to end up on a dinner table. He wants to, you know, keep squirting ink through the Pacific Ocean is over there. Pretty sure. Mushi Mushi, the little squid that could. Dragon Ball. I know Dragon Ball Z. I never saw it because I wasn't allowed to watch it. But, you know, his power level's over 9,000, and you gotta catch all the Dragon Balls. And there's lots of fighting, lots of sky fighting. This is a cool one if you want some fighting. I know that much. Like, there's magic power, and they, like, you know, and they, whatever that is called, and they fight, and it's in the sky, and there's a green alien guy that's really ripped, and I don't know, check it out. It's cool. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. This, classic. Miss Kobayashi is a famous... Couldn't come up with the word. Just gonna move on. High School DxD, or High School D times D, or High School double D. Probably not that one. This is it's a great love story about Dungeons and Dragons making its first debut in a Japanese high school, and it is just so much fun. If you love Dungeons and Dragons and anime and relationship-driven stories, you're gonna love High School DxD. It is so good. The lead character, it has depth and range and emotion, and just you instantly click with them, and you're like, this is great. Naruto Shippuden. Naruto Shippuden. I've heard of Naruto, you know, the Naruto run, and Shippuden is his version of Shippupi. You know the great song Shippupi. Shippupi. The girl that wants to dance, or should have danced. Whatever that song is, like that great classic American song. This is the Naruto version where Shippuden, the kid that wanted to run really fast. That's the Naruto version. Naruto. So it's his tale of overcoming the prejudice of creating classic folk songs that are just gonna bebop badoop down at the local dance hall, and he doesn't care what his parents or his friends think. He just does it, and it is glorious. Bleach, this is a good one. I actually have this one downstairs by the laundry machine. Well, I ruined that joke. Noragami is a great anime about the opposite of origami. Noragami is like no origami. It is a totalitarianism, Japanese culture, you know, in an alternate universe where origami has been outlawed and it's not allowed. But there's an underground group of people who want to revive the ancient art of origami, and it's their struggle and their story to not let some fascist individual control them and tell them how they're going to express their art through paper folding. It is heart-wrenching and so good. Cowboy Bebop is a masterpiece. This is how Japan thinks Americans get down in the Midwest. It is scene after scene of Texas two-stepping, of barn raising, cattle herding, boot tipping, hat throwing, lasso snatching fun. I have never seen so many talented people come together to create what can only be described as the Midwest if they ever got sushi. It would just be fantastic. Death Note is a really good one. This is about a note that if you write on it, you die. And it's just this piece of paper aimlessly floating throughout the world. And it's this like suspense horror one where it's like just an innocuous piece of paper and a notepad, but if you write on it, you die. And it's tense and it's stressful because it's like, oh no, is that girl gonna write down her boyfriend's phone number in the notebook and die? And then the boyfriend's like, what happened? And then the mom might have to write a grocery list, and that's the only piece of paper in the house, and she's like, and then, oh, does she die? I'm not gonna spoil it, but you might want to check it out. It's a good one. And so the number one anime on this list of a 100, the number one is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and it is so good. Rightfully they should have given this one number one spot. It is about the brotherhood of alchemists who are around in medieval times, so they're constantly in full metal armor suits. They're knights because they're the brotherhood of knights that wear full metal, and they practice alchemy, which is turning things into gold. I'm pretty positive if I got that right. And it's an incredible story. They run all over the world, this team of armored individuals to fight for everything that's incredible and beautiful in this world. And it is powerful, and it's a love story, but it's also like a comedy and a drama, but there's a little bit of suspense in there because you don't know if they're going to get away from the king or not, because he's coming after them. He just wants their power to become the richest man in the world, but they're like, no, this power is to bring beauty into the world, and they don't let it happen. And there's lots of fighting, and then there's lots of like relationship stuff if you're interested in that, or if you just want like action scenes, there's that too. And then there's the comedy, like I said earlier. It's so well written and so well animated. It's a classic that is going to stand the test of time. If you haven't seen it, you're lame until you do, because I've seen it like 100 times and I love it. So please watch it and check it out. Full Metal Alchemist is the best alchemist-based anime that's out there. So hopefully I did okay, and I got most of that wrong, because there's no way I got any of that right. Let me know what your favorite anime is, or maybe you don't have one, and I can suggest one to you, or pick one from this video. They're all great. They're all fantastic. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll check you players later.